Hello there people, my name is Animaz and I just saw Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The grand finale of the very average DCEU. It's not exactly how I would have ended things, but that's Warner Brothers' fault, not mine. I think the best way to describe this film is stupid. There's good stupid and bad stupid, and I think this leans more into the good stupid, but just about. Throughout the film, I wasn't exactly blown out of my seat or fully immersed into the world. It doesn't help that Warner Brothers plan on rebooting the DC universe before it came out, so immediately I thought this would be for nothing. Well, not for nothing, but something not to get heavily invested in. Also, the Amber Heard stuff didn't help. Every time she was on screen, it took me out the movie. Like, it just reminded me of her taking a shit on Johnny Depp's pillow. There were fun moments, some pretty cool action scenes, and the humor was good for the most part, but that's pretty much it. The main negative for me, though, was everything involving the dark magic and the undead king of the Lost Kingdom. It just seemed too silly for me. The movie was at its best when it focused on Aquaman, Orm, and Black Manta. Those moments were genuinely good in my opinion. Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson had good chemistry, I thought. The film was pretty much based around them trying to stop Black Manta bringing back the undead king of the Lost Kingdom. It was like a buddy cop film with Arthur being the good cop and Orm being the bad cop. Their bro humor worked for like 60 to 70% of the time. The rest either didn't land or just wasn't funny. Orm's character arc was surprisingly complete and came full circle, with him learning about the surface and accepting Arthur as his brother. One moment he was actually Naruto running because he doesn't know how to run on land. That was pretty funny. Black Manta, I thought he was a great villain. He was hell-bent on revenge on Aquaman for killing his father from the first film. He was so intimidating and brutal, he was even going to kill Aquaman's son at the end, which, not gonna lie, I thought he should have. It would have been so dark and yet suit the character very well. He had this one really cool shot where the power was out at Aquaman's dad's lighthouse, and Aquadad was looking for a torch in the dark, and you see Manta's eyes light up behind him. You knew it was going to happen, but it was still an oh shit moment. I will be going into some spoilers by the way, but I don't think many people would care about this film to begin with. But the main villain controlling Black Manta, well, not controlling but influencing him, was King Atlan's brother. I can't remember his name by the way. He ruled Necrus, the lost kingdom of Atlantis that created energy or power through some furnace that released a lot of CO2 and accelerated global warming. He was a load of shit and was quite literally dealt with within a minute. He was up there as one of the worst villains in this universe in my opinion, which is quite the feat because the villains in this universe were pretty bad. The Trident combat I thought was pretty cool, especially in the final action sequence. I don't know how to describe it, but it was shot differently and it felt more serious, which I appreciated. Overall, the film was pretty meh with fun moments sprinkled in throughout the film. It's like Thor the Dark World, but the CGI was dialed up to 11. The plot wasn't great, but the characters really carried it along. Especially Patrick Wilson as Orm. I thought he was the MVP, and it's a shame we won't see more of them in the future. But apparently Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo in the future, which sounds pretty interesting, but I'm not holding my breath. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a 5.5 out of 10. It's significantly weaker than the first one, and it would be interesting to see how much money this one is going to make compared to that one, because I can see this one making a loss compared to the billion the first film made. So, do I recommend that you check this film out? Nah, not really. Unless you have some kind of discount or unlimited card to use. Anyway, if you like my review, please leave a like and subscribe, that would greatly be appreciated. And I shall see you next time, and peace.